Another week, another car. My name is Gaston Rosato.
And I'm Renzo Rosato, and as you can tell, today we're going to be doing a little review on a Ferrari, and a very special one at that, the 430 Scuderia.
Scuderia, if you don't know, is basically a street legal race car. Only 1 of 92 US cars produced for 2009. Very rare in fact.
So let's not waste any more time and let's go for a drive. As we know, this is a 430 Scuderia. This F430 was a car that was produced from 2004 all the way to 2009. Now Ferrari, what they do usually for the last 2 years of these models, they make a special version of that car. Usually more of a race version. So that's what we're sitting in here today.
Right. And I think the more important part to understand is that the name change is the first thing that people don't even realize.
Right.
The standard production car is called the F430. This one, they dropped the F. It's only 430 Scuderia. Scuderia meaning stable in Italian.
So other than just the name change from F430 to just 430 Scuderia, comes a couple other changes. The regular 430, F430 comes with 483 horsepower. This one they bumped it up to 20 horsepower, bringing it up to 503, and they dropped the weight by 220 pounds. So you have a more powerful car and a lighter car.
20 horsepower doesn't sound like a big deal. It's the 220 pounds that really make the difference. It's all about power to weight in cars. People don't understand that sometimes. If you weigh less, you perform better. And that's where they focus versus getting more horsepower. And I've driven both cars. I've driven the 430, and obviously I'm driving this one, and I can tell you immediately there's a huge difference in the way the cars react, the way the cars feel. Somehow they managed to pull off a street legal race car. Yeah, that's what the 430 is. And
I think Ferrari is known for doing that, and they do a really well job of doing that.
They do. Now, Renzo, the car comes in Spider version.
So this car does come in a Spider version. It's known as the 16M.
Spider, by the way, meaning convertible in the Ferrari world, guys.
Right.
And it's important to understand that 16M was a tribute to the 16th victory in the Formula One Constructors Championship. So, very special car for a very special occasion on that. Now I'm trying to figure out this AC system because it's a little hot in here.
It is a little hot. Let's see. It's there. Whatever you did, it just worked because it's cooling down.
Okay, now it's working well.
Wow.
The kick of that clutch is you feel it in your back.
Every gear, my head slapped in the back of that seat. Incredible. That noise, if you guys can hear it, which I hope you guys can hear it well.
I hope the audio can be picked up because that is just music. It's a symphony.
All right, Gaston, so let's give our viewers a walk around on the car, show them a little bit more about this specific spec.
And it's important that you mention the word spec, meaning specification, guys, because today in Ferrari world, or most manufacturers for that matter, are high-end. You can build a car the way you want, or the color you want, the options you want. It goes down to so many details, and that's where they really get you.
So what do we have here?
I'm holding the window sticker, which is essentially a build sheet that tells you everything that came with the car brand new. And this one has a little over $15,000 in extras. And we can start by this stripe right here. How much would you guess this stripe costs?
I mean, I'll give it a couple $100.
$100. This is a Ferrari, guy. $8,264 for the red stripe.
Wow.
And it's finished over a Grigio Silverstone.
Or gray.
or gray. Because this is a race version of a regular car, it has the carbon ceramic brakes. Another spec that's been ordered, and they charged you for the calipers. $1,040 for red calipers.
Wow.
Okay, but these are Rosso Scuderia, not just red calipers.
That's why they're
Right.
$1,000.
Important to know, as we did, full carbon fiber panels on the door. But the magic's back here. It's the 4.3 liter V8. Like you had mentioned, 503 horsepower.
Right.
This car is stock. It does not have any modifications to it. So everything you see here from the exhaust and all the carbon fiber again is factory. Buying this car brand new would have cost you $305,160. Today's market value is probably lingering at the 200 mark. Some are a little over, some are a little under, which would mean if you buy this car today, hold on to it in a couple of years,
It'll be worth
10, 20 years, whatever, it should be worth at least what it was brand new, if not more. And I call that an investment, if you have that opportunity. I don't like talking about cars as investments. Cars should be purchased first and foremost because you love them, because they're meant to be driven. It's nice when you can play with your investment.
Of course.
You can't deny that. And this car is for sale by us, of course.
It's a quick little overview of what the car has as extras and understanding this specific model right here, which is, I think, a great combination for this car with that Alcantara red interior with the red stripes and the red calipers. All that brings that together, really. That red velvet interior is what I like to call it. And it is the stunner.
Let's go. I go for more driving.
Please.
I think all Ferraris are meant to be classic ultimately, but this one, it's only a limited production car. Like we said, they hook out all the fanciness, all the leather. You know, we're sitting on a mesh type material. Yeah, it's surrounded by Alcantara, but there were some that didn't even come with radios. Very basic, like you said earlier. No carpets, carbon fiber everywhere. I mean, the car is stripped down. Stripped down. It's meant to be for the enthusiast, not the, oh, I want to drive a Ferrari and look cool guy. There's not the kind of Ferrari you take to dinner or you show up in a valet, which is the part I like because I'm a true enthusiast. It's not about showing off because you're driving a Ferrari.
No, and I agree. I mean, I don't think I'll ever turn the radio on in this car when you have that symphony playing behind you. Wow, incredible.
And the car is extremely tight, as you would expect from a sports car, of course. But it's not the most comfortable thing to drive from a suspension standpoint. It's it's rough. Now for me, I always bring up this subject, the comfort inside the cockpit. I'm a tall individual, so it's always important. Now, I'm sitting up straight here, my head is...
You know what, you're right. Comparing it to other cars, other supercars, you know,
it's so roomy.
There's a lot of room.
We're two big guys, and I got the leg room, I got the head room.
You're totally right, you know that? We got the cold AC that we got running, thank God.
We don't usually get cars with
so
AC.
I can see why it can be a street car. And I can see why it can be a track car. Wow.
What an animal, what an animal.
She's just fun, man, she's fun. The F430, this is the 430 Scuderia, but the F430, before that was the 360. What was the 360 special version of this car? Of its own car, you know?
Right, so they started that last year production, making special cars back with actually the 348.
Okay.
And your question, the 360 was the Stradale. The 430 is the Scuderia.
Right, and then the 458 comes after this car.
That's the Speciale.
The Speciale. And now we have the 488.
Right. What they're calling the Pista, which means track in Italian.
Right. Which is incredible for Ferrari because I feel like every model they made, the V8, their V8 models, the special version of that model is always a tad bit quicker. The gear shift is a little bit faster.
No, the technology advances, the evolution is happening, and you can see it.
And I don't know how they keep doing it.
They just keep raising the bar, and I don't know where the limit is because this car already is incredibly fast. But
we're in
but
a
you drive a
2009.
458 and it's probably equally as fast as this one, and you drive 488, which is faster than the Speciale version of the 458. So it doesn't, like you said, it doesn't stop.
Wow. This car, I mean, it puts a smile on your face. And they get your heart racing.
It's an F1 transmission. It's only paddle. These cars did not come with the stick shift, unfortunately.
But
versus the F430, which actually was the last production rear engine V8 Ferrari that did offer the manual transmission, but not in the Scuderia version.
How about we switch seats here?
All right, we're back from that fantastic drive. Unfortunately, the car demands more than what we can really give it here on the public streets.
Yeah, it's crazy fast, too fast, I think, for the streets.
It really is. It's one of these things where I think the car is and has the room for growth. It has the little check where we can call it a collectible for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely a future collectible, and like you said, in a couple of years it'll be worth what it was worth brand new, and I think it will even get to pass that amount.
Absolutely, I think so too.
It's a scary car. I think I might have scared Kevin there on the last drive we did to film the little lights on the steering wheel. She's beautiful, she's aggressive. It's a Ferrari. I mean, Ferrari knows what they're doing.
No, the car doesn't disappoint. It was built for a purpose, and I think they nailed it. The car does not disappoint.
This definitely does not disappoint.
All right, guys, and that pretty much wraps it up. Follow me at Gaston Rosado.
You can follow me at Renzo Rosado. We thank all of you who have been supporting us and showing the love.
You made it this far in the videos because you enjoy it, so hit that subscribe button. Peace out.
See you next week.
Later.